Hello, everyone. My name is John Harris, and welcome to my YouTube channel, John Harris Ministries. Thank you all for attending, and I have a special message to share with you all that the Lord has laid on my heart. But first, I want to say that success is good, but it can also be dangerous. Here's what I mean. We can have success, but we also have to remember that success comes from God, not ourselves. Yes, God uses our gifts, He uses our talents and our special abilities to achieve um, a great business or a product or whatever it is. God uses those things and He put those things in us and He helps us to develop those kinds of skills. So I say that to say that at times when we reach levels of success, we can feel like we don't need God because we did everything, and uh, that's the dangerous place. I'm just saying. I'll give an example from the Bible. Daniel, chapter 4, verse 28 through 33. And it said, and I'm reading from the New King James Version. So it says, all this came upon King Nebuchadnezzar. At the end of the 12 months, he was walking about the royal palace of Babylon. The king spoke, saying, is not this great Babylon that I have built for a royal dwelling by my mighty power and for the honor of my majesty? While the word was still in the king's mouth, a voice fell from heaven. King Nebuchadnezzar, to you it is spoken, the kingdom has departed from you, and they shall drive you from men, and your dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field. They shall make you eat grass like oxen, and 7 times shall pass over you, until you know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men and gives it to whomever he chooses. That very hour the word was fulfilled concerning Nebuchadnezzar. He was driven from the men and ate grass like oxen. His body was wet with dew of heaven till his hair had grown like eagle's feathers, and his nails like birds' claws. So, for those who are not familiar with this story in the book of Daniel, King Nebuchadnezzar was the king of Babylon. And this happened because of disobedience of the Israelites. They disobeyed God, so God handed them over to their enemies, and the Babylonians came in to invade Judah and invade their territory, and so the Israelites, the God's people, had to serve the Babylonian king and his kingdom, and so God chose King Nebuchadnezzar to be this king. And if you read a little bit ahead, he starts to know who God is, to acknowledge God. And so that's a little bit of context of this verse. So I bring up this verse because God humbled King Nebuchadnezzar. And he did it in a way to let him know who God is, and that God is the one who chooses who's king. He chooses who has success. And King Nebuchadnezzar was a very powerful ruler. He was very rich. He had a lot of servants, and pretty much everything was in his power. And but King Nebuchadnezzar didn't give credit to God for that. So he pretty much exalted himself, not God. He exalted himself above God, and God had to put him in his place. It wasn't pleasant. And for those of you might be listening, this might seem like a crazy story. It may seem like a fairy tale or whatever, but the Bible talks about that, how God's word is true, is his promises are true. And a real life example that I can give you of what what this looks like, because many of you might be, it's kind of hard for you to picture. But a real life example that I can give is there was a point in time where I worked for a specific company. The leaders, very arrogant, rude, prideful, didn't really care about their employees, and it frustrated me so much. It made me upset, and I remember praying to God. I said, God, this company is so. I was just kind of like ranting on about this the company itself and how they were treating me and their employees. And I told God that I hope their business shuts down. Every single location. I, I prayed, and my prayer was sincere and heartfelt. And I prayed that so that they can humble themselves. I prayed that prayer with all my heart. And within months, they were announcing that they're shutting down all of their locations. Every single location shut down. God does not, God is on the throne. He controls success, who has success. He controls what businesses rises up and what goes down. God does all that. God is in full control. God is on the throne. It may not look like it all the time, but he can do anything he wants to do. In this verse, it says in verse 32, it says that they shall make you eat grass like oxen, and 7 times shall pass over you until the kingdom of men and give it to whom and gives it to whomever he chooses. And 7 times shall pass over you until you know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men and gives it to whomever he chooses. God gives to whomever he chooses. God gives to whomever he chooses. He chooses it, not us. So we have to be careful of not taking on our own accomplishments and our success. Although things are great, I'm not knocking down people who has achieved success and who are successful. I'm not knocking down anyone by any means. What I'm trying to say is give credit to God, because God is the one who made it possible. God is the one who allowed it. God is the one who put those gifts and talents and skills in you. So give credit to him. And he made you. So without him, you wouldn't have nothing. Yeah. So just want to encourage you